I know I'm probably losing subscribers when this video popped on some people's feed, but I came prepared for war. Okay, maybe I should put the American helmet on, you know, don't want to send out the wrong message. My brother's gonna kill me for playing with this World War II stuff, but anyway, let's go to the topic of this video. But first, let me tell you a little story about a young lass. Me. Okay, so I didn't start reading comic books, like actually reading them, until 2009. You know, the same year, you know. Okay, never mind, I'll get to that later. But, like, I've always loved superhero stuff as a kid. I used to watch Batman the Animated Series.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Teen Titans. Superman. Justice League. Oh yeah, Justice League, which had a lot of adult undertones that I did not notice as a child. And Static Shock, and I'm sure I'm probably leaving something else out. Maybe, I don't know. And yes, I'm fully aware that I left out Batman Beyond, because I did not like that as a child. And I still don't. And I'll explain that some other time. I'm gonna need that helmet again. I did not watch a lot of Marvel comic book cartoon shows when I was a kid. The only one that I kinda watched was Spider-Man. So, what I'm saying is that I did not watch X-Men. I think I saw like one episode when I was a kid, and I thought it was fucking weird. I mean, honestly, I was like, what is this shit? I didn't think that as a child, since, you know, I was very pure as a child.
Me bust you up! Hey! Stop it! Make it stop! No!
I did not have any X-Men knowledge going into X-Men Origins Wolverine. I did not see any of the movies. I didn't know jack about X-Men. So let me just start off by saying that. Okay, so pretend you're a person who has never heard of X-Men, never, like, don't know the concept, don't know the story, and you're going in to see that movie. Okay, just erase all your memories. Memories. I'm on fire today, aren't I? I can't remember the reason why I decided to go see X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think I just saw Hugh Jackman in Australia, so I was like, oh, well, that guy's hot, so why not? That was the time when I used to see movies just for hot guys, which I do not recommend doing, because one time I saw this movie because of a hot guy. What was the movie called? It was called The Haunting of Molly. Here's the poster, since I can't remember right now. I'm going to go research it later. But that movie turned out to be like, if you join the devil, your life will be great. That's what the concept of that movie was. And that's why I don't see movies for hot guys anymore, because my initial reaction coming out of that theater, I mean, you guys are gonna hate me, but I thought it was the best fucking movie I've ever seen. Honestly, that was my thought coming out of that movie theater. I remember driving home thinking, why haven't I known about this all my life? And I remember I drove to Walmart and bought all the X-Men movies and watched all of them that same night. Oh my gosh, I thought it was the greatest movie ever. Okay, and remember, this is a person with no X-Men knowledge, okay? So don't go start bitch slapping yet. This got me into it. Hugh Jackman's hotness and portrayal of Wolverine got me into comic books, because soon after, when reviews started coming out and people were like, oh, this movie sucks, blah, 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 I was like, why? Why does it suck? So then I started reading Wolverine and X-Men comics to find out why. Then it, you know, spiraled into like, oh, let me read this and this and this and this. So I have to like the movie. I'm sorry, I have to. I mean, looking back on it now, the movie, I mean, there are a lot of things that I don't like about it now, but I still like it because it got me into comic books. It showed me this world this crazy world of comic books. But I don't know, I'll go over what I still do like about the movie and things that I don't like about the movie, which is a lot. How about I start with the negatives, just to get that out of the way. Okay, the things that I didn't like about X-Men Origins after reading the comic books and having knowledge is that they have, like, all these, like, random, like, characters and mutants come in, like Emma Frost, Gambit. I mean, aside from Team X, because Team X was pretty cool. But, like, these just random mutant appearances. Like, this is the Wolverine movie, not random mutant appearances. I think that really hurt the film, because then, like, it messed up Emma Frost, because it's like, is that Emma Frost or is that not? Because, you know, in X-Men First Class, that's a different chick, I guess. I don't know, it's like really, it just like kind of messed up things. And Gambit, sorry, I'm not a fan of that Gambit at all. And I was like, why is he in this movie? Like, I just didn't understand why he was in that movie. He did not need to be in this movie at all. Oh yeah, and Cyclops was randomly in it, and I just, no, it's Wolverine, it should be about Wolverine, and that's all. You don't need these random-ass mutants. Okay, the next thing I didn't like, Weapon 11. Even when I first saw it with no comic book knowledge, I was like, something's off. I don't like this. Just in my mind, just the back of my mind. I remember coming out, I'm like, I don't know if I like that Weapon 11 part, but what the fuck was that? I mean, seriously. Like, they're like, that's Deadpool with, and he has, like, swords come out. How is he able to bend his arm with fucking swords in his arm? That whole thing was just like, what the fuck? I think they just made that just so we had a villain to fight in the end. But seriously, that thing, I hate that thing. That is blasphemy. I like to pretend that isn't Deadpool, but that's just some clone of him, and he's just, that thing's just not anything. It's not Deadpool, it's just a clone of him. That's what I like to think in my head. Okay, the next thing, even though this was really awesome, like, you know, in the beginning with the collage of Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting through all those wars, like, I mean, that's pretty cool collage, but I was just thinking, like, wow, we just got gypped out of, like, 5 movies. Like, that'd be so awesome to have, like, a Civil War Wolverine movie, like a World War One movie, a World War II movie, like that would be so awesome. Like, I would love to see that. So I was just kind of annoyed, like, just watching it go by. I'm like, wow, we were gypped out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies. I know in the comic books Wolverine's not that old, because I don't think Wolverine fought in the Civil War, but I mean, I like that a lot more. That's kind of cool that, like, he fought in the Civil War. I really like that. Well, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be on the negatives. And also, like, I think Weapon X could have been its own movie, too. Because that's my favorite comic book ever. Weapon X, that is my favorite. And I hate that they only spent 5 minutes of it in the movie. Like, come on, Fox, you could have made a lot of money making a Weapon X movie. Because the majority of the time, Wolverine's naked. I mean, I know a lot of girls who would pay money to see Hugh Jackman naked a whole movie. I mean, just saying.
I think there's a naked man in the barn.
Sorry, I was just not thinking of Hugh Jackman naked. Okay, any more negatives? Let me think. I know, I always forget, like, what to say when I'm on camera, and then, like, when I edit it, I'm like, oh, I should have said that, but I'm too ugly to film right now, so oh well. Okay, negatives. I know there's more negatives. Well, you know what, I'm just gonna go on the positives now. The positives of what I did like about the Wolverine movie. I really liked the first half of the movie. Like, I thought it was pretty good, and up to the Weapon X part. Well, I mean, I liked the Weapon X part, but, like, right after the Weapon X part, that's when the movie went downhill. But you know what I really liked about the movie? I really liked Liev Schreiber as Victor Creed. I thought he was amazing as Victor Creed, and I would love to see him as Victor Creed again, which will probably not happen since this movie didn't do so awesome, but he was awesome. Like, he's way better than Tyler Mane. I know, like, Tyler Mane didn't have a lot of speaking part, but no. Liev Schreiber, he's a good actor. Like, in all the movies I see, he's a good actor, so, yeah, he is way better as Sabretooth. And I do really like that they made them brothers. Like, I think that's what made me like the film so much. But the one thing that kind of annoyed me, we only got to see them, Victor and Logan, when they hated each other. Like, going back to like, oh, we got chipped out of 5 movies, because it was like 100 years just like flew by. Like, I kind of would want to see the relationship before they hated each other. So I really liked that they made them brothers. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I liked it. I thought it gave it drama, you know, that little spice. And it gives me a lot of fan fiction to write about. That sounds really nerdy. Yeah, so, you know, if you want to read Wolverine Sabretooth fan fiction, you know, stop by. It's not slash. It's not slash. No sex, okay? I am totally against that, okay? Anyway. Okay, positives. Hugh Jackman naked. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a reason why I should like this film. You know, this is my girlness coming out. Okay, I need to go back into comic book mode. I'm kind of sweating. Okay, okay, let me get back. Okay, just one more thing I want to mention. I know a lot of people gripe about, you know, Hugh Jackman not looking like Wolverine, you know, the height and all, but to be honest, I wouldn't have been remotely interested if it wasn't for Hugh Jackman's hotness. I know it's vain and shallow, but come on, that's what, you know, when you first look at someone, you don't do, he knows geometry, that's attractive. No, you look at how hot they are. I mean, it's shallow, but, I mean, it made me like comic books. It's not like I don't like Wolverine in the comic book. I love Wolverine in the comic books. So I have no problem whatsoever of Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. I don't. And when people complain about it, I'm just like, you know what? You would lose a lot of girl fan base, and you would lose money over this movie if he wasn't. I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be as popular. I just sound like a jerk, I know I do. But, you know, I would like to see Hugh Jackman, like, go into that berserker rage, because he plays kind of a lighter Wolverine. Like, I'd like to see, like, you know, him really, like, go loose, and I'm really hoping in the new Wolverine movie he does, because they keep promising it. They're like, yeah, you're going to see him lose it, man, yeah! So, hopefully it will be. And I can't imagine someone else playing Wolverine. I really can't. Like, just Hugh Jackman is just... I don't want anyone else. I'm sorry. Stop it. No, I read somewhere that Bryan Singer, like, he's directing X-Men Days of Future Past. Like, he was saying that he's going to correct some things, so I wonder what that means. Like, what he's going to correct. Because there's a lot of things that are kind of off. I know X-Men Origins messed up some things, and X-Men First Class also messed up some things. So I wonder if he's going to address about Victor and Logan's relationship. Because, I would love to see, like, a continuation of, like, what happened with them. Because, you know, like, Victor just runs away in the end of the movie, so, like, I wonder if Bryan Singer's going to correct the whole thing about Deadpool. I really hope he does, because I really liked Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, so I hope he does correct that part, because, man, what they did. I just remember a negative thing I didn't like about the movie, which is kind of a big thing. How Wolverine lost his memories. Like, he got shot in the head. Are you kidding me? Like, I was expecting, like, some, like, a deleted scene, they had him, like, in a brainwashy thingy. I was like, I would have preferred that than him getting shot in the head with a adamantium bullet. Like, seriously, so, like, if I had a gun and just, you know, like, just kept shooting him and he just kept forgetting, I hated that part. Why did they do that? I don't know why. I also like to think, in my mind, that those bullets, actually, those adamantium bullets, had a memory eater enzymes in it. I don't know, that's just me making up stuff, but that's what I like to think in my mind, since that's more logical than, you know, what happened in the movie. Why did they do that? Why? So, I guess the moral of this video is, I love X-Men Origins Wolverine because it got me into reading comic books. I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but it got a believer.